probably just continue on playing games.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I will be spending time with her. We just are making our way through One Piece. We are live again, by the way.
Welcome back!
Yee. Yep, yep. I was gonna say, since we did the intro earlier, I figured we'd just skip right into it this time.
I think my camera is not... It's too big for your stream, bro.
You think so? You want me to make it a little smaller?
Yeah.
Let me hold on. I'm working on it. There, now it's bigger. Yeah, actually, it did get a little bigger. There we go. I think it looks just right now. I don't know how it got bigger. It's not like I changed settings or anything in between when we took that break and came back. So that nap did help. I am much more awake now. I knew that I only needed like a half-hour nap. Hey there again, Channel Vision. I don't know why I went ahead and did that voice like that. How was Din? So yeah, I guess since we keep threatening, we're going to talk about topics. This is one that I meant to talk to you about last week anyways. Let me pull it up real quickly. I'll have to pull it up from my phone, because if I don't do it from my phone, it will show something else. Since I'm doing Discord, yeah. Since I'm showing your face, I gotta pull it up from my phone real quick. Are you muted at the moment? I didn't even realize that until I looked over. I'll pull it up. You just let me know when you're ready again.
My bad.
No, you're fine. I just saw it, so I was just saying, let me give you a minute. All right. I still need to call into Catholic Answers about this one, because I did say I was going to. I have not done that yet.
Yep.
So for this one, I'll just read the entire post. So I said, all right, I've got one for all y'all. Coworker. One of my coworkers said, all y'all. One of my coworkers said, omnipotent and omniscience contradicts each other due to knowing everything free will. Due to by knowing everything, free will doesn't exist due to God knowing everything, and God isn't truly omniscient / omnipotent due to knowing He won't change what's going to happen. Obviously, I disagree with that, but I'm writing it down to call Catholic Answers live, which I still need to do, so as to be able to better express it. And then I said I'd figure I'd throw your way here to ask all y'all how you'd respond. As I said, just because God could act doesn't mean He should, which to me shows more power. This all got brought up by free will, and the coworker called that contradiction as if God knows everything and has a plan for all of us. It isn't free will, which we don't know, which is the key part. Which we don't know is the key part here. And I may have first remembered it. 1 second. Somebody posted, and then it accidentally pulled it. Give me 1 second. I'm working on it. Hey, welcome back, Clutch. I was talking about a topic I brought up on P. Tony's Discord about a week back. Sorry, I'm just talking about with Kate that way, because I figured she'd be interested in discussing it too. Which we don't know, which is the key part here, and I may have remembered at this time, as I said that God has a plan for us. You can see all possible outcomes we will take, and knows the ones we will take. But God still gives us that opportunity, as many opportunities for us to change out of His pure love for us. So obviously I disagree with the coworker, but I'm wondering how I can better explain it. As I said, I will. Yeah. And so the person that I'm saying, maybe you should contact this Floridian man. Hey, Kid TC, how are you doing today? Happy Easter. God bless. The other Kevin said, so I actually wrestled with the idea of God's omniscience versus free will for a while. And the best explanation that I found from Catholic Answers was that God doesn't know the future, quote unquote, put that in quotes, because He is present to all times. Presence in one moment and the absolute knowledge thereof, like the idea that I can absolutely know that you are seated in the present moment, does not preclude free actions and choices in any moment proceeding from there. Exactly. The objection that God isn't omnipotent because of His omniscience is simply ridiculous. He already knows perfectly, due to His perfect wisdom, what actions are required of Him to ensure the best possible result that is still in accordance with our free will. Although I will grant that the topic is still debate among theologians. I appreciate that, Kid TC. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you. I was going to say, I know you said you were busy and you may not be able to be here today because obviously you're with your family, but I do appreciate you being here. I guess I should say this since we just started again, and then we'll get back to this topic. Sorry, you reminded me, Kid TC. So as I said earlier, this is a charity stream. any Twitch bits or Twitch subs from the next Twitch payout, basically anything that is donated until the next Twitch payout will go directly towards a donation towards Courage RC. And I typically do every other Twitch payout towards Courage RC. I haven't done it for a while. I need to get back into it. So this is kind of like the encouraging way of me doing that, because I think I did 2 where I took it for myself, and I don't like that. So this is me taking it back. And I do like donating the money anyways. But yeah, any Twitch bits or subs will go directly towards Courage RC for a donation. And they are a Catholic apostolate. I remembered the word finally. That goes ahead and helps Catholics or other... I think... Do they do other Christians as well, Kate? Do you know? Or just Catholics?
Not necessarily. Anybody who wants to just come and be holy.
Yeah.
Sure, I think they're open for that, regardless.
And that's what I figured. Yeah.
But the program for sure is Catholic.
Yeah,
More
and
than
I do
else.
and I do agree with that part entirely. I figured that they would even allow secular people in. I just would assume secular people probably aren't coming a majority of the time if I had to take a guess.
Obviously,
Yeah.
because they would rather embrace a lifestyle that would, in a way, permit their quote unquote freedom.
Right.
Since we're in the topic of freedom, right?
Right. Free. Yeah, we are talking about free will at the moment. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'd agree with that. So, yeah, all that will be going towards them. They also have a group called Encourage, which helps parents to help their children with that, or friends and family. It's a wonderful group. They do a wonderful job. They had a video a couple years called "The Everlasting Hills." Is that right, Kate? That does also happen to explain this.
But I'm not sure if it was. There was a video made for Courage, I think, called The Third Way.
That might be it too. Yeah, I know there's a few videos, but they do a great job. Honestly, they are a fantastic group. Before we resume, T did respond back as well as God is every win. He knows everything we have or will do. Knowing what our choices ultimately are does not take away our freedom to make those choices. Exactly. And that's what I was trying to tell him too, and he didn't seem to get that. I'm just not very good at expressing that.
Just because God has all knowledge doesn't mean that he prevents us from making the right choices, but or making choices. But that's why the saints ultimately says the one who is the happiest is someone who abandons their will and submit it to God, because God, in his perfect knowledge, would know what is the perfect happiness for us, right?
Yeah.
So it is not so much limiting our freedom when we align ourselves to God, but actually we're more free when my face is covered.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Give me 1 second. Somebody was saying somebody was saying that you're
again.
Yeah, hold on.
Might
Try
be my side.
It might be. Hold on 1 second. Try talking again.
Test mic on 2. Yeah, I'm not close to the mic too. That's why.
Okay, that might be better. I've turned up my Discord output as well. That's why I turned off the face for a second, just so I could go ahead and see if my turning up my output would happen to help with that. Because the input should be me. The output should be what I hear. So.
Yeah. So, like, essentially, my point is, and just piggybacking what Kit TC is saying, is that God does not limit our freedom, essentially, just because he knows everything. That's why he loves us. There's a freedom, and the goal is always towards happiness. And again, the saints were saying, right, the best... A person is freer when that someone aligns their will to God.
Yeah.
Because God is the arbiter of freedom, basically.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, who said that God is present?
Many people have said God is present. I need a little more than that.
But essentially, God is present. I'm not entirely sure that he doesn't know the future. I think he knows the future, but not n- but he is not, the way he sees things is like an overview of everything,
Yeah.
Oh, are
right?
we talking about free will over there?
Free will,
Yes.
omnipotence, and omniscience for God. Peace. So I was gonna
Oh
say,
yeah. Lucky for you guys, this was actually the subject of my thesis, so I
Nice.
know a little bit about this. But
that
Okay,
works.
go.
yeah, I would say one really easy thing to think about in terms of the whole foreknowledge thing is to think about God's foreknowledge of the future and of our future actions, and put them in context with, like, say, memories. For example,
Yeah.
if one perfectly knows a memory from the past, does that mean your memory was the cause of that past? Or is it simply a
Mm,
reflection of what is in the past?
Yeah.
And if
mm.
we say the latter, then I'd say, foreknowledge is much the same way. It's, knowledge of the way things are in the future, but that doesn't make it a cause of those future things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I do agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's just like one simple way you can look
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a very simple way. It's analogous to memory, right? The knowledge, you have the knowledge of the memory, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the memory has an actualization in terms of the reality.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
and
that's what you meant. Yeah,
obviously you do need to get into, a little more stuff down the
yeah,
road
yeah,
with God, because he is
yeah.
in a sense, the first cause of
Yes.
everything by his nature. So you have to get into the whole other things. But as far as that pure, just does foreknowledge cause the future to happen? The answer is pretty much no.
Yeah. And I agree with. Yeah, as I said, that basically covers everything that we talked about for the Discord conversation and P Tony's Discord as well. So that's fair. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that works out perfectly. That you wrote your thesis on that. Honestly, piece that worked out really well.
Yeah, like if I went back and reread my own thesis, I'm sure I'd be like totally lost at this point. But I do remember the basic ideas that
Right.
I
You
went
remember the
over.
major points. Yeah. Which
Yeah,
makes sense.
Base,
and
what were you
the
getting?
ultimate major.
Oh,
Pardon?
what was your? I mean, what program were you on?
Oh, I was a student of philosophy at Belmont Abbey in a
Nice,
suburb of Charlotte in North Carolina. So
beautiful.
yeah, I was being schooled alongside a bunch of seminarians, if you can believe it.
Oh wow,
Nice. So that works
I
out pretty
am
well. Yeah.
too, but
But
I'm
yeah, in
taking
case you didn't know,
masters of
seminarians take philosophy degrees as essentially
yeah,
their pre-theology.
yes.
So
But yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
peace. That's actually a good analogy.
Yeah. No, I agree entirely. So yeah, as I said, that works out perfectly then.
So
yeah,
peace, you would say that God doesn't have foreknowledge of our actions. Is that what you're saying?
um, I mean, obviously it goes back to what you were saying about him being atemporal, like not
Yeah,
in
yeah,
time. So it's kind of weird to call it foreknowledge when God
exactly.
is,
Yeah,
Outside of time. Yeah.
present to the
yeah,
entirety of time
yeah,
and outside of time.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Uh,
that has to be cleared up because again, I ask that again because we as human beings we tend to say the foreknowledge as if it's it's in time, but God is not in time. I think
Right.
that's very important to premise first because again the I think the the way the mind works, especially for atheists, right? For those who are who who struggle with that
Yeah,
idea
because
of
like as long as you're
foreknowledge.
thinking of it in time, there
Yeah,
is that thing in the back of your head that if someone already knows what's going to happen in the future
the
from
future.
within
Yeah,
time, then it must be the case that free will has been an illusion
yeah,
because there are things that are just going to happen.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like, there's that kind of temptation there, but with God in particular, because he's kind of outside of time, you can't really think of it in the same
yeah.
exact way.
Mhm.
In some ways you can say that God knows all of time because he's, witnessing
Exactly.
it as it's happening,
Mhm.
Yeah.
in the sense that he's present to it in
Yeah.
that, mysterious atemporal way. But
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry,
Yep.
one second. Clutch, did I say hi to you? Hi, Clutch. I'm sorry. I saw your message earlier, and I can't remember if I actually said hi to you. I know I said hi to Kit T, as well as to Sean. I just wanted to make sure that I said hi. Sorry, not trying to interrupt either of you.
No, that's good. Like it.
Yeah, I
I
do
like
too.
these
That works.
conversations.
Me too.
I
That
love these
works.
conversations.
That works perfectly then. I say we still haven't listened to Trent Horn's podcast yet, which we could honestly. Okay, good, Clutch. I want to make sure. Let's see if we all want to listen to that at the same time, because I think you were here for this piece when I was saying somebody was saying on Twitter that saying Christ is King is anti-Semitic. It's like, no.
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mute Final Fantasy then.
That's fair.
And
Let me see if I can share this for you guys as well, so we can all listen to it at the same time. I think I can.
from within Discord chat, you mean?
Yeah. That way it'll just be easier, because it's like if I do that instead. So
Last week, Candace Owens.
apparently this person, Candace Owen. Who's Candace? What's a Candace Owen?
I
I
believe
don't trust
Candace
Candace
Owen
Owens.
is a Daily Wire
Yeah.
figure.
Well,
Oh.
she's
one
not
of their,
Daily
like-
Wire anymore.
Oh,
Actually.
she's not?
Yeah,
Sorry,
she got
I've been
booted
off Twitter
out.
forever. I have no idea what's going on in
Did
the
she-
world of
did-
mainstream
Right.
politics. My only politics at this point is pretty much Freedom Tunes and maybe one or two other political
Fair.
essayists, and that's about it.
Fair. Let's see.
If
So
anything,
there's-
I'm happier for it, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Me and the fiance. Why can't I not say fiance? Are doing our first budget draft to see how much we gotta save up for our wedding. Fair, nice. Good luck with that, Clutch. Also, Clutch. Oh, wait, you're coming into the church next year. That's right. I couldn't remember if you came into the church this year. You're coming in next year. Either way, still congratulations for coming all along that path. It is obviously it's a good one, but it can also be difficult. I was gonna say, all right. Let's load up the video though.
Last week, Candace Owens and the Daily Wire ended their relationship. And there's been a debate about a phrase that's become
hold on.
popular on the
One more second. I want to make sure I can read chat while this is going on. So let me pop out chat. I'll move it on over to Discord. I can still see stuff here. Move back to the video. And, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and listen to this. Of course, Clutch.
internet since then. Christ
Oh.
is king.
And you guys can hear it, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I just want to make sure you guys could hear the video. Hopefully chat can hear it too. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to, but just let me know.
King. On the one side, you have people saying this is an affirmation of the Christian
Well, I
faith
don't hear it.
and a desire to not give
You don't hear it?
No, it's because of my end.
Oh, okay. Okay, Sean can hear it. Good. All right.
into secular culture. On the other side, you have people saying the phrase Christ is King is anti-Semitic, or it can be anti-Semitic, and it's being used by others to express contempt for Jewish people. So let's take a closer look. Right at the outset, we should agree it is true Christ is King. This is not a bad phrase. I've used it myself several times to communicate the truth that society is not immune to God's commands.
1 second. Happy Easter, D-Hegs. How you doing? How was your Easter? How was your Holy Week? How was Lent? Sorry, we are listening to Trent Horn podcast at the moment, saying Christ is King anti-Semitic, because that's been something that's been going around. Somebody posted on Twitter. And it's like, you're silly. It is not. Let's continue on and hear what Trent Horn has to say.
So society, any country, can't defend things like legal abortion by an appeal to separation of church and state. Christ is king over all. But that does not mean every single use of the phrase Christ is king is good. Some people who use this phrase are taking the Lord's name in vain, or they're using Christianity as a prop to promote their own sinful behavior. One example would be Andrew Tate, a self-described Muslim who is admitted to pimping women out and is being charged with rape and sex trafficking by the Romanian government. He writes, "As a Muslim, it warms my heart to see the resurgence of spirited Christian declarations. Christ is king. And I pray Christianity regains its strength and protects its societies against the pervasive and constant erosion of morality by the devotees of Satan. If you accept everything, you stand for nothing." This is a bunch of self-serving garbage, and my favorite reply to this, along with all the actual Muslims who are offended by Tate saying Christ is king, is from Byzantine Scotus, who said, "If we treated Christ as king, you'd be in prison." So not every use of the phrase is good. If the phrase Christ is king becomes popular among a group of people who celebrate certain evils, then an otherwise good phrase can become problematic, and you can question the motives of that group of people who say it. For example, in Arabic, the takbir, or the phrase Allahu Akbar, it roughly means God is great, or God is greater. The word Allah is just the Arabic word for God. It was used by Arabic Christians long before Muhammad preached his religion of Islam. Arabic Christians still use the word Allah to refer to God.
Arabic-speaking Christians say words like Insha'Allah, MashaAllah, Wallah, since Allah means God. Or are these words too much associated with Islam? There are words that are culturally appropriated by very specific groups, especially in the Middle East, There's actually nothing wrong with saying inshallah. Even as a Christian, I use that term often. What it really means is whatever the Lord wills. So the word Allah in Arabic just means God or Lord, right?
So there's nothing wrong with the phrase Allahu Akbar because Arabic Christians use this phrase to say God is great. The problem is that some Muslims have co-opted the phrase for sinful purposes, like terrorism. They'll exclaim Allahu Akbar before committing an act of terror. So if a certain group of people who downplay, mock, or even endorse the sin of terrorism like to use the phrase Allahu Akbar, then that needs to be called out, even though there's nothing wrong with saying God is great in Arabic. Likewise, if groups of people who downplay, mock, or even endorse the sin of anti-Semitism use the phrase Christ is king, then that too needs to be called out, even though there's nothing wrong with saying Christ is king. Now, almost everyone agrees anti-Semitism is sinful. They just disagree on what counts as anti-Semitism. For example, nearly everyone agrees that hating people because of their genetics and trying to exterminate them is evil. But critics who are accused of anti-Semitism often say they don't do that, or they're not arguing for that, so they are not guilty of the sin of anti-Semitism. However, there's more to anti-Semitism than just the most extreme examples. Now, I want to be clear that not every charge of anti-Semitism is true. I have been accused of anti-Semitism for simply comparing the dehumanization of unborn children,
which I want to say is super ironic because you guys all know Trent Horn's past, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was originally brought up Jewish. It's like, yes, I hate myself. Thank you. And I'm not saying that obviously to be mean. It's just like that's very ironic. All right, let's continue on.
including as an octopus trying to take over the world. If it's wrong to slander Catholics with these kinds of globalist conspiracies, then it's wrong to smear Jews with similar kinds of conspiracies. Unjust discrimination doesn't include simply being killed or imprisoned or denied a job. You can unjustly discriminate against a group. You can harm a people group by simply spreading lies about them that motivates others to commit violence against that group. For example, past conspiracies about the Catholic Church led hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan to burn down Catholic parishes because they thought that those churches had a secret weapons cache in their basement for the coming revolution spurred on by the Pope. And history is replete with examples of Jewish synagogues being burned down and Jews being killed in response to similar conspiracy theories. Number 2, complaining that there are too many Catholics in institutions of power, such as at one time there being 7 members of the U.S. Supreme Court having been raised Catholic.
I think whatever a religion is, it has its own dogma. The law is totally different. When you read their speeches, the conclusion one draws is that the dogma lives loudly within you.
If it's bigoted to say there are too many Catholics in a certain institution, then it's also bigoted to say there are too many Jews in Hollywood or Wall Street, for example. Number 3, saying Catholics are prone to certain vices like being drunk, aggressive, being an uneducated immigrant, or the more recent stereotype of the pedophile priest. There are, of course, individual Catholics who conform to these stereotypes, just as there are individual Jews who conform to Jewish stereotypes. But if it's wrong to say that Catholics as a group embody these vices, if that's prejudicial bigotry, then it's also wrong and bigoted to say that all Jews conform to stereotypes, or that Jews are uniquely responsible for various social ills when many racial groups are involved in those ills, like pornography or abortion. Number 4, saying Catholics are so bad for the social order, and so it's justified for the government to forcibly expel them, such as in the year 1700 when the Massachusetts colony passed the Act Against Jesuits and Popish Priests, which banned Catholic clergy from the colony, or to at least ban Catholics from doing things like holding political office. Anti-Semites do the same thing when they say Jews should be forcibly expelled in the present because past governments unjustly exiled and mistreated them. Using past mistreatment of Jews to justify current mistreatment is as wrong as using past anti-Catholicism to justify current anti-Catholicism.
I do agree with that. I'm agreeing with everything Trent said here so far. It's like, yeah, Trent's really good about all of this, honestly. We still have another 10 minutes, but I did just want to go ahead and say that Trent does a really good job.
It also doesn't matter if the church did this in the past. Not everything the church did in its historical practice was good, and the church fathers and theologians were not infallible in their opinions on these matters. For example, St. Thomas Aquinas said, "The Jews, by reason of their fault, are sentenced to perpetual servitude, and thus the lords of the lands in which they dwell may take things from them as though they were their own." A doctor of the church endorsing an injustice against a certain group of people does not make those acts just. Some theologians and doctors of the church made mistakes in judgment or operated under mistaken cultural norms, and we can learn from them by not repeating their mistakes. You can appreciate a Catholic author while recognizing that not everything they said was good. Many people like G.K. Chesterton, for example. But Chesterton also said, "It is not that Jews are traitors, but rather that traitors are Jews." The fact that over 1,300 people liked this tweet quoting Chesterton refutes Catholics who say anti-Semitism isn't even a thing anymore. Finally, it's
I definitely think it's still a
Catholic
thing,
to claim
unfortunately.
to be a historian while rewriting Catholic history to suit your anti-Catholic prejudice. This includes falsely blaming Catholics for things in the past they did not do, like burning down the Library of Alexandria, as well as ignoring actual injustices committed against Catholics, or even claiming the injustices were made up and never happened. This kind of person is not an eccentric historian. They'd be an ideologue wielding history as a weapon against Catholics. And anti-Semites do the same thing when they falsely attribute historical crimes like blood libel to Jewish people, and reject true crimes committed against Jews, like the targeted murder of Jews during the Holocaust with instruments like gas chambers. It is anti-Semitic to deny the traditional view of the Holocaust if you are doing so that you can have free reign to extol the anti-Semitic virtues of someone like Adolf Hitler and use them to slander the Jewish people as being a threat to society. And many people who do this like to say Christ is king while they are doing it. That's why the phrase Christ is king has recently become so problematic. Not because of the phrase, but because of a small group of people associated with it. For example, here is Nick Fuentes, a well-known Holocaust denier, at a rally discussing the alleged problem of too many Jews being in powerful positions in society. I'll play the whole clip so I'm not accused of taking what he said out of context.
Now you have in the universities, in the media, in Hollywood, in finance, in government, and some people say, well, they're not all Jewish. It's like, okay, well, it's half, or 2/3, or 3/4. And what's the other quarter? What's the other third? What's the other half? It's not Catholics. It's not hardcore God-believing Christians. It's all kinds of other atheists, nihilists, postmodernists, whatever you want to call it. And so I don't want to say, hey, let's all attack one group, but there's a big problem when the leadership isn't Christian. We have big problems as a society when the people aren't Christian. What happens when the king and queen aren't Christian? What happens when the aristocracy isn't Christian? What happens when the cities and the business owners aren't Christian? Well, take a look around you. It's exactly what we have now. And so many of the problems that we can point to, which are blamed on various things, ideology, government, on other groups or populations, can be attributable to the loss of faith and the loss of any kind of adherence to an objective morality.
Now, I agree with him. It would be better if faithful Christians ran society. So that's not a bad thing to peacefully work towards.
So I was going to point that out too, but Trent already said that. And he also said where I was going to go next with saying specifically faithful Christians, because just having Christians that that talk the talk but don't actually walk the walk, that does not help either. But I'm sorry, I just wanted to say I was thinking about that as well as when Trent was going over that. So yeah.
However, what Fuentes says next takes an anti-Semitic turn.
And so, that's a long way of saying I love Hitler. Okay, that's
Ugh.
Oh no.
Ugh. Yeah, I was gonna say that took I think you took a wrong turn at Albuquerque there, because that's not what that was going for at all.
I don't know why his premise is okay. We need good Christians. We need good Christians.
And then I love Hitler. I'm not Hitler. I'm not gonna actually say that so as to not have somebody clip that out of context. Like, wow, we veered off the deep end there, didn't we? All of a sudden, it's like, wow, that's no bueno. And it's like, I definitely am not denying that anti-Semitism is a real thing.
He's a Christian, I'm assuming, because he's
I'd assume
for Christian.
I'd assume so, but he's not a properly practicing one if he's obviously encouraging hate against Jews. Because, like, I get that we obviously disagree with them. We want them to come home to the Catholic Church like we want everybody to. But by going ahead and taking away their free will and forcing them into it, that's very problematic, as I think we all know. So, all right,
I like
let's
the
go.
deep end.
Sometimes I like the sometimes I like the deep end, Higgs. In this case, not so much.
Christ is king! Christ is king!
Okay.
Christ is king! Christ is king! Christ is king!
And the joke about Hitler is not a one-off piece of irony. Here's Fuentes praising Hitler at length.
I saw something on Twitter, I don't even know if this is true, but something on Twitter said, like, all of Hitler's girlfriends were 16 and 17. And Alex Jones, I don't even know if that's true, but if that is, that's probably why Alex Jones called Hitler a pedophile. And it's like, you be saying the same thing about Hitler. MLK was a rapist, and Hitler was a pedophile. It's like, you know what? The world's a little bit more complicated than that. Okay, the world's a little bit more complicated than you're making it out.
If Hitler was like 30 at the time, no.
Hitler was a pedophile.
What was his age?
Kind of a pagan. It's like, well, he was also really cool. So
No, he was not.
No.
No, he was not.
We're not children anymore. Am I right?
Well, apparently you are.
Am I right? Am I right, boys?
No, because you're still at the kids' table.
Let's go. He was also really cool.
He was not.
And any boy knows that. Anybody who watches these videos where he's rolling down the street,
it makes
and
sense
stuff,
though.
Like, this guy's awesome. This guy's cool.
The philosopher that influenced Hitler, regardless if it was intended or not, was Nietzsche.
Yeah.
Nietzsche,
Yeah.
The philosophy of Nietzsche is loved by a lot of men.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Unfortunately,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that he would see Hitler as someone who's cool.
So, and I will say, I wouldn't say Hitler is cool. I would say I do find that taking the trash to the curb sounds good, Higgs. I would say that I find Hitler interesting because a lot of the reasons why he did lose World War II, like, honestly, like, this is going to sound weird, but Indiana Jones, where he was going after all of these religious artifacts, thinking that they could win him the war, was something that he was doing. It's not just something that was made up. He was actually looking for religious artifacts, thinking that they could win him the war. So it's like he was interesting. That doesn't make him cool. That doesn't make him somebody you should imitate. But interesting would be a better word. It's like, no, this stuff is not good. It's like, no, get out of here with this.
There's a lot more that can be said about the precise place Jewish people have in the plan of salvation, or how anti-Semites misinterpret the Bible and previous magisterial teaching. I may address those issues in a future episode.
Please do,
as
Trent.
well as refute
Please do.
the arguments anti-Semites make in defense of their various conspiracy theories. For now, my goal has just been to show that anti-Semitism, which mirrors anti-Catholicism in its conspiratorial slandering of a people who seek to worship God, is evil. And no one who proclaims Christ is king should be celebrating evil. Ever. In 1925, Pope Pius XI established the Feast of Christ the King because, as he put it, The rebellion of individuals and states against the authority of Christ has produced deplorable consequences. These deplorable consequences included godless states like the Soviet Union, but it would soon manifest in counterfeit state-sponsored religions. In 1937, Pope Pius XI had an encyclical written in German smuggled into Nazi Germany to be read in Catholic churches. It condemned those who idolize race and said, "Whoever distorts and perverts an order of the world planned and created by God, he is far from the true faith in God and from the concept of life which that faith upholds." Many of the Nazi elite believed National Socialism was incompatible with Christianity. However, some Nazis tried to create a framework called positive Christianity that would use a Nazi view of the faith to unite Protestants and Catholics. But positive Christianity was only appealing to about 500,000 so-called German Christians, whose beliefs are chronicled in Doris Bergen's book, Twisted Cross, The German Christian Movement in the Third Reich. Nazi theologians also promoted this view by establishing the Institute for the Study and Eradication of Jewish Influence on German Religious Life. This is chronicled in Heschel's book, The Aryan Jesus, Christian Theologians and the Bible in Nazi Germany. Fortunately, brave Catholics and Protestants like Dietrich Bonhoeffer and Father Maximilian Kolbe were willing to stand against the Nazi appropriation of Christianity, eventually paying for it with their lives in Nazi concentration camps. For these men, Christ was truly their king, and Hitler was not awesome. Denying the Holocaust happened is a slap in the face to the real Christians who were willing to give their lives to save people from genocide. The true spirit of Christ the King can be seen in a secret radio campaign led by Sefton Delmer, a British journalist who was born in Germany and knew Hitler personally. These radio shows that sounded like real German broadcasts hurt Nazi morale by broadcasting Allied victories, as well as rumors of things like Nazi officers sleeping with German soldiers' wives while they're dying on the front lines. However, one of the stations was hosted by a rural Austrian priest who didn't resort to any propaganda or falsehoods. All he did was describe true reports about how thousands of sick people, political prisoners, and Jews were being killed in concentration camp gas chambers. And the station's name was Christus der König. In English, Christ
is King. Yeah.
As we enter into Holy Week, I pray all of us will strive to make Christ the King of our own lives and reject any ideology that would slander the Jewish people, since our Lord said in John 4:22 that salvation is from the Jews. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a very blessed day.
That's about where I figured it would happen, where it's like, it's Christ is King. It's not anti-Semitic, but people can misuse words, and people do frequently misuse words in ways that they should not. So that's about what I was expecting, but it was still definitely a very interesting and well put together video. Not surprising, because Trent does a very good job with that.
One of the most it's a clearer explanation from Trent.
Trent does a great job with that. Like, he really does.
Yeah, that section.
Yeah. Trent is very good at apologetics. I am not, though. I'd like to learn more.
Yeah, he's very gifted.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I don't think it would be wise to let, like, you know, the bad actors ruin it for the rest of us, as it were. So, like, you know, there's no reason why we can't say Christ.
And I agree with that. I agree with that. No, technically, Higgs, we're done with Heaven's Ward. I am working on the in between from Heaven's Word to Stormblood, so I'm getting there. I'm just at the moment grabbing my Dragoon class because I wanted a little bit of a break from MSQ. And also because I have to actually pay attention for MSQ. I don't have to pay attention for jobs, but I should. Especially considering that I'm pretty sure Dragoon ties directly or pretty heavily into Heaven's Word and other stuff, obviously.
Yeah, what I did, I finished Dragoon first before I entered Heaven's Word.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had, honestly.
Yeah, I do believe that there's like a lot of extra dialogue that you can.
Yeah, exactly.
As a divinity.
Yeah, I would believe that.
Obviously, you're already inundated in at least part of Ishgardian culture.
Yeah. You know Estinian pretty well by that point, yeah.
Dog is here.
I didn't find this out firsthand, by the way.
Right.
But
You can keep going, Peace. I was just agreeing with you that when you said you didn't find this out firsthand.
yeah, like what that was back when both my brother and I were playing the game. I think one of us, or maybe it was, oh yeah, one of us was on a free account and the other one was subscribed, so we could like do quests together. I think we split up after Heaven's Word, and he mentioned because he was playing a Dragoon that hey, the dialogue is definitely more detailed.
Fair, I believe that. That definitely makes sense.
But yeah, so yeah, I should mention, my brother may be coming home pretty soon, and
Oh, nice.
if that's the case, I might allow him to use my account so he doesn't have to like buy one for himself.
And that makes sense.
No, that's fine.
So yeah, I mean, if we can find a way to play Tetris with our memory on our tower and our drive, we might be able to play together by using one of our old laptops, but we're not sure if we're going to go through the effort yet.
Right. I mean, it's definitely worth a shot. I agree with that entirely.
Yeah, and in that case, he would have to pay for his own, but hey, it would
Right.
be something.
It would be something. That'd be very cool.
Yeah.
If he needs help, I mean, we're still here until
That is true.
9.
Well, no,
And I
no. So okay, I don't know if you knew this. Alms at the moment is in the military, doing basic training.
Oh.
But he may, from what it sounded like, he may be coming home, at some point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If things go on track, it should be probably on Tuesday, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So yeah.
That'll work then. Yeah.
I thought like right now.
I figured.
Oh,
I figured you did. That's
right now. Okay.
that's what's like. All right, I better go ahead and clear this up.
By the way, I'm eating pokey.
Pokey. Isn't it Pocky?
But I said pokey. Okay, pokey.
I think it's Pocky.
It's pokey.
Ow, my ears. Now that's hurting my ears. Love Pokey. I loved it. I like it too. I like Stormblood. Shadowbringers was good, but a little cringe. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. That is what I keep hearing. I'll have to see once I get there.
Yeah. Obviously, we can go on and on about which ones we like or don't like, but obviously, the act of liking a story is much different than discussing whether or not it's objectively good or whatever.
Right.
Like, for example, like, obviously, I despise Shadowbringers for its subversive imagery, but I'm not going to pretend that it isn't written with a really strong pathos, because
Right.
It's got good pathos.
Yeah, and I can understand and respect that. I get that. Oh, I need to. Yeah. Yes. Indubitably. Oh, I need to. Well, actually, that doesn't. Second.
So what are we gonna do, Kevin?
I don't know. What do you want to do today, Bryn?
What do we want to do, Peace?
Take over the world? The Pinky and the Brain.
We can't
I've,
save the world.
I'm currently in the middle of a dungeon, actually.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep chunking away at the leveling thing.
No, that's fair. I was gonna work on some MSQ, honestly. That probably makes the most sense for me. As long as that's all right with you, Kate.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my raids and then back to front lines.
I can probably join you in frontline. I still haven't figured out, like what's the optimal a command arrangement, but at least I know what the paladin does.
Yeah. I mean, it is fun to do, and it's not awful rewards. It's not great. It's not as great words as I'd like it at the moment, but it's acceptable. I need to head back to town and deposit all this gear that I just got. Pokey.
Okay, I'll do one raid piece, and then we can
Frontline.
join up and do.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know when my dungeon is finished. I just I don't know
Which dungeon you in?
how long it's called. The sorry, I just loading screen. Desmail Darkhold. I think it's like a side quest dungeon.
Yeah,
Might be. I'm just trying to remember what it is. Is it Realm Reborn or is that a different one?
I think it's I think it's a Realm Reborn, but it's like a
ARR.
Oh,
it's
Desmail
not
Darkhold.
part
Yeah,
of
I
the
see
main
it.
quest.
Right. Is
Like
that
the
one of the?
only main quest dungeon from Kurthus is the Stone Vigil, which is where you get the airship.
Ah, fair.
And I guess also the ice crystal thing. Yeah, that's kind of important, I guess.
It's taking a while. What is this?
Like, they don't explicitly say that the different crystals are the elements, but they're the elements. Shut up.
Fair. Yeah. I get that. Somebody had clicked my character and I didn't like it. I can tell because the people's head bobs around when they've clicked you.
My gosh.
What?
I got a raid that I don't remember completely.
Oh,
and
good
it's,
luck. Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you.
Do you know which raid?
The Phaedos? Delos? The third circle. It's Endwalker.
Endwalker. Imagine if Pokemon was a thing. I'm surprised it's not, honestly. Like, Pokemon, Game Freak and the creators of Poke should really get in on that. Because it's like, Nintendo does sometimes do crossovers. I know they have a Princess Peach one for the T at the moment. I can't remember which T it is, admittedly. But like some kind of Tea Ninja, I think? What? I've never even heard of Tea Ninja, to be quite honest. But
Tea Ninja?
Tea Ninja. I'm pretty sure it was like Tea Ninja. I'd have to check again.
Ooh, I'm so dumb.
Why are you dumb?
Whereas I wasn't. Okay.
If I was a rich man. No, 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 no. So many Max have school off tomorrow, and since my wife doesn't have her car at the moment. Well, she won't have her car as of tomorrow. I can't go for my bike ride with him, unfortunately. So that's unfortunate. I'll have to go on.
Your son still has a school tomorrow?
No, he doesn't. He's home with me. That's why I can't go on my bike ride, because I can go faster without him. He slows me down a fair amount, which is fine. I don't mind. It's just he does slow me down.
Oh.
Unsurprisingly, having another 50 pounds, 60 pounds slows you down. Who could have seen that coming? Not me. But as I said, that's not a problem. Oh, we're not going to have to kill Beppo, are we? Gabu, not Beppo, pardon me. How much have you lost so far? I was down to 231.8 today. It's up a little bit since I've eaten, so I would guess it's closer to 234, to be quite honest. Which mount? Oh, you like the Phoenix mount, Higgs? I like it, but it's too big. That's my one downside with it. Oh, God, boo. I feel bad for you, bro.
Left. Oh, I went wrong. Okay, fine.
He's gonna become Batman. Where do you get it? I'm trying to remember. Kate, do you remember where you get the Phoenix mount? I think that was from...
that was the anniversary.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought it was Tombstone of Poetics, wasn't it?
No.
Not Tombstone. Are you sure it wasn't Tombstones?
No.
Let me look it up. You might be able to get it here again soon. Sometimes Final Fantasy makes it really hard to get limited edition mounts, honestly. I'm trying to remember, like, shoot, there was a 3DS game that came out. They made mounts for that.
Oh,
Boo.
I was wrong.
It might not be Cash Shop. You were wrong?
No, I was wrong here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Let me look it up here. Give me 1 second. Character mount guide. It is...
No, it was what's this? A quest for the Phoenix.
Yeah, but you might be able to still get it. I'm looking it up. Hold on. Rising Phoenix FF14. Yokai Watch. They haven't done the Yokai Watch in a while. I'm hoping that they do that again soon, because I don't have any of the mounts. Let's see. The Rising Phoenix mount is a fan favorite item that can be obtained by completing the game's celebratory Rebirth Festival in 2023. So probably when they do the Rebirth Festival again next year is what my hope is, because it ran until October 2023.
Because it was an event for 16.
No, that wasn't for 16. The event for 16 is in 2 days, remember? So there's another mount that's coming up here in 2 days as a heads up, Higgs. It was available from the Rising 2023, so hopefully it'll be available 2024 as well. And that was available from August until October, so hopefully that'll happen again. As I said, like, some of their stuff takes a while to come back. I'm hoping they bring the Yokai Watch stuff back. Just because I like collecting stuff. That's the main reason why. I do like the Phoenix mount. It's just too large is my main problem with it.
Well, it depends on...
I should mention I did finish up my dungeon, so I can frontline whenever.
Nice.
Okay.
Pardon me. Yeah, the only reason why it might take a while for Yokai Watch to come back, admittedly, that I'm thinking of is, any of y'all remember Yokai Watch?
Oh, I remember Yokai Watch.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I remember it more so in the sense that I know that it is, or at least was, wildly more popular in the East than it was here.
Yeah, like, it was super popular in Japan and in, like, the Asia countries, and then it died. Probably because they tried to sell it in the West and just couldn't. And that just didn't... I have the first Yokai Watch. I've been meaning to play more of it, honestly. I just haven't yet. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm definitely wondering if they just, you know... I guess for a lack of a better term, they had a difficult time appealing in the West because, you know, the concept of the yokai is so uniquely Japanese. Not that Westerners are stupid, but
yeah,
you know, it's probably just like a bit kind of weird and esoteric for like the average child who might be interested.
Yeah, I mean, Yokai Watch is a bit weird. I'm not gonna deny that. I seem to remember it. You remember Yokai Watch? I don't remember most people. It'll go cash shop more likely, just like all the Valentine's and Christmas items go cash shop. That's true. which is why you do want to go ahead and do them when they come out. Listen, as I say, Higgs, I think you have like another 10 hours, but you can go ahead and get this one. I actually like this one, which is why I bring it up.
Which one?
The Gobu with the flower crown.
Oh, you can get it.
That's what I'm saying. You got like 10 hours. It's still available right now.
Exactly.
You even get a little emote out of it. Maybe not emote, but whatever you want to call this. I don't know. Mount skill.
My face is a little bit darker now.
Are
That's
some
true.
of these mounts and stuff like part of some in-game cash shop, or
There is a cash shop. It's not in-game per se. You have to access the Final Fantasy XIV web site. So one.
okay, so it's not really an in-game.
No, but you can access it. So if you check my stream real quickly, Peace, this is one of the ones you can buy in the cash shop. This is not. I do want to buy a second. I do. There's another one that I want. I want the 4-person whale or the 8-person whale, Kate.
I want the moon.
The moon does look good too. If that was 2-person, I'd be fine with the moon, but it's only 1 person, and that sucks.
I want the moon.
The moon
because
is nice.
The Loloport.
It does, but it just the way it looked, it made me think it was a 2-person mount. I do like the moon. The moon is really cool.
Reminds me of the Blessed Mother.
Oh, that's fair. Our Lady of Guadalupe, I can see that. I love the 2-person whale. I don't have the 2. I want the 8-person whale, but it's like $45. So I have not shelled out for the whale yet. Which is a good thing that I just said that as my wife passed by, because I really have not shelled out for the whale yet. No, I just figured I saw. I will at some point, but not yet. I just saw her walk by. She's like, "What are you talking about now?" And spending money. I'm saying I didn't spend money.
Again, there's a whale for the whales joke in here somewhere.
There's a whales joking. I mean, listen. What is all of Final Fantasy XIV's player base except for whales? We support the economy.
Fair enough.
Yes, I do. Not yet, though. Not yet.
I guess we do constantly keep the lights on with these silly.
I mean, it just makes it so that the developers of the game can have a better paycheck, probably. Because let's be honest, even though they have the free trial, I think most people still pay for 14. So they're still getting a fair amount of money.
Remember, they get a lot of money. That's why they can afford to give a free subscription until.
That's true. That's true.
To be fair, there are free-to-play players who take advantage of the no time limit thing and have like optimized the crap out of level 60 content.
No, not even
certainly optimizing the crap out of level 70 content.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't blame them. It's like, listen, you have a free game up to level 70. I can grind out everything that's available until then. Yeah, sign me up. But yes, I'm not planning to buy the whale until I buy the newest expansion.
That's true, Higgs. Like, I think
that's true, Higgs.
Japanese people are more frugal than Western. So.
I mean, they had that whole Japanese economy crash in the 80s, and they probably still remember that. Whereas us go, LOL, economy crash, we're going to spend more money. It's like, you guys are idiots. Meaning us. We're the idiots. We'll die. Beat us.
I guess because Japanese also thinks work is such duty.
That's true, and it's like work should basically just be there to get you through life, and that's about like monetarily wise, because work kind of sucks.
They value a lot of.
I mean, there could be something, almost. I don't know if it would be edifying, but like, efficacious about work as far as like spiritually, because it's not good to just do nothing all of the time.
No, that's true. And honestly, if I didn't have to work, I would be streaming, I'd be exercising, I'd be going to daily mass, I'd be reading, I'd be practicing the saxophone, I'd be drawing more. I would not be doing nothing. I would be making sure to take advantage of my skills. It's just, I don't have all that time because I have to work.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
But the thing is, I've planned out if that ever happens, because it's like, you're right. If you're not doing anything, you're right. You're not actually honing what God has given you, and it's like, no, that's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's bad.
Yeah, well, I guess step one for me is figuring out what it is I'm actually good at, honestly.
Or what you can get paid at for, yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
teach peace?
I've definitely thought about teaching. It would just be a really difficult gig to get into because, like, unless I wanted to get a master's degree,
Ah.
there's not like that many places you can just go right into education.
Right. Bad to the
And
bone.
you're in the US, right?
Yeah, I'm in the U.S. In the U.S., most educators have masters.
Yeah.
And you don't want to explore anything serving in the church, like youth ministry and stuff like that?
Oh, I've definitely given thought to uh, going into a monastery to the point where I've
Oh,
spent like
really?
several weeks hanging out in different monasteries.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, I think for now, even if it is in the cards for me, I'm just not mature enough for it, I suppose.
Mm,
Because like
that's
I definitely
that,
feel like a large part of my discernment was more of a discernment of elimination, which is not how you do
that makes
discernment.
sense. Yeah, yeah.
And
But that's a very
again, as I
mature
said,
thing already, though. Peace. I just want to
yeah, I
affirm you.
suppose there's a maturity in recognizing that one is not mature enough, which is extremely ironic.
Yeah,
But I
there's
also
maturity
kind
in
of
there.
recognize that at least part of my, thought of, how does one say, my thought of going into a monastery is just this overwhelming feeling that I wouldn't be useful anywhere else. But
Hmm.
having been
Oh,
actually in monasteries, they absolutely need people who can be useful. So
Oh.
it's not like it would solve the problem.
Higgs might have something for you. He's saying the Notre Dame Echo program is a free master's for jobs in ministry.
really? Can you send it to me? I need free stuff.
Yeah,
I, but I'm not a U.S. citizen, though.
that's true. She's Canadian, eh?
Yeah, I'm at that point. Like, I love, like, my dream is to be a theologian, right? That's like
That'd
my
be nice, yeah.
greatest
I mean,
dream.
I would
I don't know
contact
if that's.
I'd contact
I
Catholic
don't know.
Answers, honestly. Oh,
And then,
Higgs says you don't need to be a U.S. citizen.
but the thing is, at this point, I don't have enough money to actually. So I'm in my master's right now, but I'm like, I like it's so expensive. Like a course is like 7,000, and if I'm going to make it part time, it will take me 6 years to finish. And then my PhD, which is 2 years, is just fine, but yeah, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking for scholarships and stuff like that. I'm not the best. That's the thing. My mom was like, "Are you sure you can maintain the grades?" I'm like, "I don't know." But it's
Worth a
better
shot.
to ask.
Let's
Yeah.
let's see. Higgs will send me the info. This master's 100% free. The programs are all full scholarship plus work stipend.
Nice. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I can send that off to Kate. That's not a problem. Higgs is a good guy. I was gonna say, Higgs works for Notre Dame, so he probably knows all about it.
Nice.
Notre Dame.
But I'll pray for you, peace. Like if there's
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
to
Yeah, I
go to
appreciate it.
monastery.
So yeah, for now, I'm just working this takeaway position at a local steakhouse. My job is to essentially make sure that people who order online or over the phone can get their stuff and get out. Basically, a holdover of the whole COVID stuff.
Yeah. That's fine.
And
Until
it's like
you
it's not a bad job, but I didn't get educated just to resign to that.
yeah, of course.
So I may be there a while though, only because they're really short staffed, and I don't know if I have the heart to up and leave them. Just like say, I'm going off to do whatever. Enjoy getting more crazy hours trying to cover all these shifts than you already are. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
Mega
I mean
Durbington.
that's
Crisis,
sorry,
Crisis,
go ahead.
sorry, Omega Derpington was just saying Christ has risen. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Easter, Omega Derpington. How are you doing today? Christ has risen indeed. Christ is king.
He's risen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Are you getting a hang of it at least, Peace? What's this? What do you call that?
Oh,
I got you.
I think they've got that.
Took a big nap after seeing all night last night. I can believe that. I wanted to go to the Easter Vigil last night, but I did not. We'll have to go to another time. Yeah, I guess this would be a good time to go ahead and mention real quickly. We are technically, this is technically a charity stream. Every sub slash any amount of sub slash bits is going directly towards a donation for Courage RC. They are a Catholic group that goes ahead and helps people that happen to have same-sex attraction live according to the church's teaching in regards to that. They give them moral support, they give them help, they go ahead and help them out as much as they can. They also, I appreciate that, Omega Derpington, thank you! As I say, it is appreciated. I'm not trying to guilt anybody into it, don't get me wrong, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. So that will go ahead and go towards Courage RC. Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, next time we get... That's fine, Omega. Any little bit helps. I'm sure that Courage will appreciate it. Honestly, we might be able to go ahead...
100%.
Yeah. So we might be able to go ahead and get that sooner than I thought. Because we're... Thanks to a lot of people, honestly. We're sitting at 19 subs at the moment, as you can see. Unfortunately, we don't get the Twitch payout until $50, but I mean, listen, if we go ahead and wait, and then we can do more than $50 for Courage, that'd be fantastic. So that would be fine too. So yeah, I was gonna say all this, and I will post this to the Discord when I have gone ahead and posted it, when it has come through. That way people will know that I did actually donate, instead of being like, whatever happened to that money? No, I did donate it, I promise.
Ew.
I do not want to lie. Lying is a sin. I am trying to be better about my sins and not have to go to confession as much, because I'd like to be better.
We're winning, Peace.
Frontline?
Yeah,
Nice.
I noticed we really seem to swing things around. I mean, we were already in second place, so no, this isn't like unprecedented, but
I'm
hey.
not getting my battle high though. My battle high.
I have noticed at least a moment or two when I've been able to really get in there and get sassy. So
honestly, any little bit helps, Omega, and I do appreciate that, because as I say, we're at 19 subs. It's about 4 subs for $10. So we're just basically 1 sub away, now that I'm thinking about it, for hitting $50 this month.
Nice.
And then I can go ahead. Yeah, so then we can go ahead and donate it pretty much probably by the end of April would be my guess.
Yeah, I'll offer my own too.
Yeah, Kate has said she.
Right?
Kate has said she'll match. So if you guys want to keep boosting with bits and Twitch subs, we can go ahead and push that even further. Honestly, this is to go even further. Do you want to have a limit on that, Kate, just in case it does happen to higher than you expect? I figured I'd go ahead and give you that.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
I just wasn't. I'm not expecting us to hit like $200, but it is a possibility. So it's like I figured I'd ask.
Oh, sorry.
you're okay.
North.
I suppose you should ask what you learned, but I think I already know.
Okay. I guess we can't.
It was couragerc.org. I can go ahead and share a link real quickly here. Give me 1 second. They are a group. You know what? Why don't we just pull up the website real quickly? They can describe it much better than I can. Courage International is a Roman Catholic apostolate for men and women who experience same-sex attractions and those who love them. I'm trying to see what... Let's see. You know what? Let's go to the About. Overview and mission. That sounds like a great idea. So they have 2 things. They have Courage and Encourage. And About... We'll go with Courage first. These men and women testify to the power of grace, the nobility and resilience of the human heart, which is from Cardinal Robert Sarah, whom is a fantastic cardinal. I love him very much. Courage, yeah. It's like, I'm going to turn up my volume in game here in 1 second, because it's a little lower than it should be. So, Courage members are men and women who experience same-sex attractions and who have made a commitment to strive for chastity. They are inspired by the gospel call, holiness, and the Catholic Church's beautiful teachings about the goodness and inherent purpose of human sexuality. Through our apostolate, people who experience same-sex attraction receive pastoral support in the form of spiritual guidance, community prayer support, and fellowship. And Encourage, that has a quote from a Saint Gianna Beretta Mola: "Love and sacrifice are closely linked, like the sun and the light. We cannot love without suffering, and we cannot suffer without love." Encourage members are parents, spouses, siblings, and friends of people who identify as LGBTQ. They are looking for help to keep the faith and keep their family bonds intact. Encourage members work together to understand the experiences of their loved ones and to respond to them with compassion. They know that it is possible to express love for someone even if we can't support all their choices or actions. They find spiritual guidance to grow in their relationship with Christ and commonly support from other members that helps them remember that they are not alone on this journey. And they do have Courage chapters and Encourage chapters near you on this website if that is something that people are interested in. And they do happen to have the 5 goals of Courage and Encourage resources page. So they have a lot that they do have going on for them, honestly. And they are a fantastic group. And yeah, as I said, I do typically God bless you as well, Sean. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I was trying to think what else was I saying? Though I feel confident in what else about. Let's see. There was something else I was gonna say. I can't remember what I was gonna say now for the last bit. But yeah, that honestly, that'll go beyond just today's stream. Any amount of money that is raised up until the next Twitch payout, and I will let people know. As I said, I'll post in the Discord, so people don't need to worry about that. I'll post in the Discord when that does go ahead and happen, and I'll go ahead and show, and yeah.
Careful, careful.
By the way, are there more than one maps for Frontline?
Yes.
Yes.
This is,
changes daily.
Oh, a daily change.
Yes. There used to be 4 maps for Frontline. There's only currently 3. Kate did not like the map that is out of rotation at the moment. Where's... Go ahead, sorry.
Probably want to go check out a list of those maps. Just to...
yes, if you press U, and then go over to PvP, under Frontline, it'll show the 4 maps that are there. So there's the Borderland Ruins, which is the one that is not currently available. Sealed Rock, the Fields of Glory, and the one you're on is Ansal Heikir.
Ansai.
Ansal Heikir.
I don't know if that's how you say it.
It probably isn't, but...
Just Fantasy Mongolia. That's all it is. Just say
exactly.
Fantasy Mongolia, yeah. Oh, sweet. I can have Mongolian beef again. Thank you for reminding me, Peace. I appreciate you. It's kind of hard to have Mongolian beef when you don't have meat all of Lent, so...
It looks like we might be getting a last push for the win here. Let's keep this up.
Love it. Yeah, we're gonna get it.
Do Roman Catholics get to eat meat on all of Easter? Not all of Easter, but we do get to eat it throughout the first, the octave of Easter. Because Easter is 50 days, so we get to eat...
20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Gallian Empire.
Yeah!
Why does the Griffin sound like Brian Jocks?
Good job. Look at you.
I forgot to turn the voice up in game, I'm sorry.
With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new
Kevin, you're bad luck.
Am I bad
You won
luck?
that game.
Okay, Here, I'm gonna tell you how many I've won in a second. It does sound like Brian Jocks, doesn't it, Omega? I agree with you. I mean, it can't be Brian Jocks, because Brian Jocks died before this game even came out, unfortunately. So bits to donate kit, or if you want to do gifted subs, either way works. As I said, all of that will go towards Courage RC. I can help you walk through that here in a second if you'd like me to. I would say, I mean, if you do, so, Kit, I will say this, if you do the bits, you bought bits, that works. I was gonna say, if you do the bits, you do get a second benefit aside from donating. I do happen to have some specific bit emotes that you can unlock as well. So that is, I'll be honest, I'll probably recommend the bits just so you get something out of it as well. I'll have to make some more here eventually. Nobody currently has the amount of bits that I happen to have for the third emote, so only I have it. But we do have them available. So I'm trying to think about you at the same time. Yeah, I was gonna say, and then in order to do bits where you do chatting, there should be like a little diamond thing. Diamonds in the sky. And that would be that. And as I said, I will go ahead and show this. I'll even show after the Twitch payment comes out. The next stream I do, I will show the receipt as well on stream. I'll have to probably block out my name and address. That's fine. So I will go ahead and show that. That way everybody does know that it does happen, because it's like, oh yeah, you're totally going to spend that money where you say you are. I promise you I am. But I would rather show it than not.
So, Peace, do you want one more?
I wouldn't mind. I unfortunately didn't actually level up from that, but then again, I did just hit level 48, so maybe it was much
so you do get more experience if you only do it once a day, as well, because if you do the daily frontline, that gives you extra experience on top of the experience you get from frontline. But you can only claim that once per day, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
No, but you get experience points here.
You do, but I'm just saying, if you do the daily each day, you get more from that first one, Kate, than you do from each subsequent match.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that, although I could certainly see myself.
Well, I queued us up for frontlines again.
You might want to ask him if he wants to do that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I can do it again. If the XP is comparable to what we just did.
Fair.
Wait, is that? You know what, Kevin? Do you want to join?
I'm finishing this, and then I'll probably be fine with it in a second. Oh, look at these two boys! This boy and girl, we know them.
What are you two doing here?
Hold on, we Yida finally showed back up.
I could ask you the same thing.
Should we wait for you?
You can go ahead and do one without me.
Well, this is.
So we did take a brief break, Star. Hey, thank you for the resub, Inedible. Oh, that works. Thank you. I was say thank you for that, Kit TC. I was gonna say, basically, I think we can go ahead and donate ASAP with that. Thank you, Kit. I appreciate that. Yeah, as I say, we should be able to go ahead, and the last payment was February 14th, so if we've hit $50, which if my math is correct, we should have. I think we should be able to go, let's see, as I said, 4 subs is $10. So we should have hit $50 at this point, so we should be able to go ahead and donate ASAP. But I don't expect the payment will be until the 14th, so I will let you all know when that happens.
Okay, let me know so that I can also do the donation.
I can do that. So I'm just looking at my cat Twitch. Yeah, I will definitely do that, Kate. Because the other thing is, if I tell you, that'll also hold me accountable. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to do it, but I'd rather be held accountable and be like, oh yeah, I totally did it. Yes, yeah. It is better to have checks and balances so as to go ahead and make sure stuff gets taken care of. We are only human, unfortunately. I mean, actually, technically that's fortunately, but the point being, we need to make sure we act properly with our being human.
I'm now thinking if I should do another relic.
Yida, you wear a mask. You can't go ahead and say the mask.
Mew.
And I was showing Kate earlier, because I still haven't done this, just while I was thinking about it, since Higgs did help me get to 10 subs before.
I must say, the samurai on our side with the Tonberry head has major Yoko Taro vibes. I'm just saying.
What's a Yoko Taro?
Okay, Yoko Taro is the that quirky Square Enix director known for the Nier series.
That's what I was gonna
And
ask.
he
Yeah.
runs around with his
Mask, yeah.
yeah, with the mask on.
I was about to...
shy or something.
Right, I was about to ask that. It's like, that was my first guess, but it's like, I don't... I'll ask. Yeah, so we still haven't done the Father Brown reenactment, which technically Higgs happened to pay for, but I was testing this a little bit on stream earlier with Kate. I don't have a green screen, which is what I was waiting for, but Kate was saying that this works out pretty well, where we can just go ahead. NVIDIA Broadcast has a green screen-esque thing without the green screen. It's not fantastic, but I think it should work. Well, let's test this. Hold on.
What are you using? Streamlabs or OBS?
The NVIDIA Oh, I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast for what I'm talking about at the moment, but nope, might need a green screen after all. Hold on. This isn't too bad actually. As long as it catches your face, it's mostly fine. I'm not gonna lie. This probably would work, so we can go ahead and try that. The cat's looking at me weird. Okay. But yeah, as I said, I don't think...
I can't see anything.
What was that?
Me neither.
Oh, I was just.
Oh, we didn't get it.
I just couldn't tell what was going on in the battlefield because.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, as I said, that should work, honestly. We can try it at the very least. Like, that could be the test run for if we do happen to hit 25 subs. But that would have to be the test run first, so... This will be a good test run. I need to find a good, I don't know, for a background for Father Brown, would you think more like a library type of thing? Or a, priest, Why can't I think of the word that I'm looking for? Like a priest background, because obviously Father Brown is a priest, but... I don't know. And, yeah. I'll have to think about that.
Go mid.
Yeah, as I said, we'll be playing for about another hour star, and then we will go ahead and end there. But yeah, as I said, any little bit does help, and we will go ahead and
Seriously?
donate anything until the next payout. Hold on 1 second.
Oh.
Need to make sure that I have everything on here.
I don't think so, but hey, we need to fight yellow though.
So I love how they have you dressed down to look like you're not suspicious, but they let you keep your gloves, your boots, your hat, your helmet, and your weapon. It's like, yeah, that doesn't look suspicious at all.
With what?
For when we're meeting the Griffin.
You must be
Yeah,
the
those are always
esteemed
some pretty
adventurers of whom I've heard
entertaining
so much.
Yeah.
moments in the story where you only have to
taken an
sort of
interest in our
disguise yourself.
cause.
Exactly, yeah, it's like, yeah, this doesn't look suspicious at all.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal.
Okay, that's a little too obvious, Alphanod.
Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Oh, you're dead either.
Alphanod, you're being really sus.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot.
Oh, I know who the Griffin is.
I am not the Griffin, but I
Really?
speak with his voice.
Yeah, the Griffin's the guy that betrayed us earlier. The Crystal Braves. I recognize his voice now.
Crystal Braves.
Yeah, isn't he the Crystal Braves guy
Crystal
that
Braves.
betrayed us? You know, when the Crystal Braves existed.
You are
Yes,
right,
I know who you're
however.
talking about.
If you think that we procured them to summon a primal,
I didn't know it was a Crystal Braves.
we used them to
It's been a
reach
while.
our cause.
That's fair, yeah.
In exchange for crystals to summon their
I hope so too. Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully there will be Clutch. I appreciate that. As I said, that'll go until the next Twitch payout. You make sure you have a great night as well. Thank you for being here, Clutch. God bless. Happy Easter. Christ is risen. Christ is King. Alleluia. 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 Indeed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Clutch. God bless you.
Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
Nice.
Hallelujah.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Emulger?
What? Aside from a
Now we
lack
gotta
of
push yellow
crystals?
now.
None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though.
Oh, good thing I have
It'll
everything
not be
back.
long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
So, oh, RNG is good to us.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the warrior of light? Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference.
That's true, but you should make a better difference then.
You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you.
Oh my gosh.
You gave us hope where there was none. Courage and
Oh, good
strength
thing
when
Blue
all was
came.
lost. We shall not
Oh.
squander your gift.
Oh, we didn't have to resort to fighting for
Know
once.
that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
Ah,
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in
that.
Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession
Oh.
of the facts.
oh, oh.
Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Work to be done. I'm gonna stream something tomorrow. I don't know what I'm streaming. My son's... Oh, Clutch, you redeemed water. I don't have water on me at the moment. I didn't even realize. I know you left already, Clutch. I'm sorry, I didn't see that till now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab some water, everybody. I need to remember to have that on me for situations like this. Well, I can make food eventually, so I would assume that just, yeah.
Woo! Oh, we're losing?
1 second, we'll go get water.
Nice!
Wow, the battle for that center is still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, it can go all match. It doesn't happen that often, but it can. It is a possibility.
Yeah, at this point, we might as well just focus on getting the outer ones.
Oh, we're getting the outer ones, though.
Hello, Mr. Paladin, and goodbye.
Oh, snap!
Oh, okay, never mind. Guess we're not doing it.
Blue's winning, though.
The Flames are really close to winning. We're in second though.
That should be okay for you though. In terms of
Yeah, I think the Flames pretty much have this. Yeah, there it is.
Zam. Yeah, they
We
got
made
the
second, though. That's not
the
bad.
A.
Okay. So I was right. So when Punch was saying I'll feel really stupid for not knowing who that masked Ashian was earlier, I was wondering if it was that or that masked man earlier. I was wondering if it was the Ashian from A Realm Reborn. I got tired of them hinting about it, and I was right. So okay, good.
Wait, wasn't... You mean the main Asian, La Habrea?
Is that the main one?
Yeah.
The main one from Realm Reborn, at least.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different one then.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
There wasn't really any Asians in Heaven's Word. Like, I think that's where you take down La Habrea for good or something. But at the same time, they were kind of ancillary to the main antagonists of that story, so...
Right.
Oh, that's a quest.
Okay. That wasn't who I thought it was at all. I'm seeing that now, and that makes me sad. That's alright. Let me get some water. Oh, pet the cat. Let me pet the cat, Kitty. Let me go get some water here in a second. Because as I say, I keep forgetting to get the water. Give me 1 second. He might wake up from this. Oh, he's definitely going to wake up from this. I know. I know. You get pets when people tell me to pet you. You're a fatty. You're our fatty, though. We love you very much. This is Thorin. He is named after Thorin Oakenshield from The Hobbit. I like to call him Thorin Oakenpillow. My wife disagrees with that, but he is king under the blankets. That's why he's Thorin Oakenpillow. He doesn't really like going under the blankets, but we still say that anyways. Just because it fits with his name better. And this is his bed. Vincent will come along and steal this bed from him all the time. But this cat loves this bed, and that's why I put it up here, so as to go ahead and encourage a cat to be ready to be pet at any time. And it seems to be working. Either Vincent or Thorin is here most of the time. Yeah, you like that? You like that, huh? Oh, yeah, you do. Let me see if I can... You like your scritchies? You like your scritchies. I can see your face twitching there, buddy. You do like your scritchies. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, you just opened your eyes now. I was going to say you were trying to keep your eyes closed, and now you're closing them again. Who is a good... It is a very good... He loves his ears, don't you, buddy? Yeah. Yeah. Let me get your other ear. Let me get your other ear. Yeah, you like that? Was a good boy. You getting comfy? You getting comfy, you little fatty? You're my little fatty. I love you. You know that? I do love you. Yeah. He is a very fat cat, though, as you could probably tell. He's like 15 pounds? Something like that? I'll have to ask the wife in a second. Hello? Hello? You miss my beard? I like being without the beard. He's a very sweet chunk. As I say, I like the beard, but it gets too warm during the warmer weather. And I actually prefer the stash as well. I can understand that, though. I do like the beard, but I do prefer the stash. I actually prefer being bald. My wife does not, though, so that is why I do not be bald.
Do not be bald.
I do not. You don't like me bald either, Kate?
Did I ever see you bald?
I've been bald 2 summers, so probably.
Yeah, probably. See, I don't even remember.
It's been 2 years at this point, so I don't blame you. I look like Dr. Eggman, though. Always follow the wife's preference. I most of the time do. Most of the time do. She does not prefer the stash, though, but I like the stash too much.
Oh.
Vincent's been getting you, hasn't he? I feel a little bite on your side there. I'm sorry, buddy. I know that he's very... Like, oh, you like your chin scratches too? Alright. Alright. I prefer beard and stash. My husband has beard and stash. That's fair. My wife does like beard. She does not like the length of beard that I had. I think she likes... like, typically a month or closer to that. I just grew it out because, as I said, I needed it to be longer for biking during the winter. Natural heating that way. I'll go get some water. You can stay here. I will be right back. I will not be gone long. Or you can follow me.
Oh. I'm gonna disband the party.
Yeah, go
piece.
for it.
I need to go to somewhere. I need to visit another world server. Ultros. I'm buying a dye because I'm changing my outfit. I can't believe my face is like so dark now. Gotta change my lights.
Alrighty, I think I'm gonna go get downstairs and spend a bit more time with my mom. But thank you
Sounds
for
good.
letting me get a little more practice in on Frontline. That way, now
No
I know to
problem.
go there for some nice EXP games and have fun with the story.
Thank you. You too. Peace. Enjoy. Happy Easter.
Yep, happy Easter.
All right. So I am trying to dye my my character, which you guys probably don't see. Didn't change. Right. Well, that's the closest that I can get. I don't know how long Kevin's gonna take his time though. Another world server. I'm gonna change my...
What was the question, Kate? I was on my way.
Oh, I was saying how I don't know how long it's gonna take you.
Oh, I just needed to
That
get
would
some
be
water.
good.
My wife was asking me a couple questions while I was... It seems okay even summers. I get really hot, like even during the winter. 1 second.
I'm so dark. Can't change my...
You are? Are you gonna turn a light on?
Yeah, I'm turning my lights on.
Or
It's
even
too bright.
even during winter, I go ahead and have the fan open or fan on. If my wife would let me, I would have the window open. She does not let me. I confess I expected a warmer greeting, but when it's not jump to conclusions, not full members.
Okay.
Oh, upon proceeding to the Bull members, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay.
By the way, Peace left because he wants to spend time with his mom.
That makes sense. As I said, we're wrapping up here in a half hour, so we can spend time with our family. So.
Yep. Do you want to do front lines?
This isn't right.
Let me finish. You literally got me just as the game said, "Hey, you got several cutscenes coming up." So let me finish these several cutscenes, and then I will be down for frontline.
Oh, that's gonna take a while.
No.
That's true, but as I say, yeah, this is the Bull of Embers after we just got done dealing with the fake Griffin.
Okay, I'll do some. What's this? Raids then.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
But what if we kill you?
By the 12. Will you never learn?
That doesn't look nice, actually.
You know, you're right.
What red?
Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god.
Oh, only one god. Try again.
It's all a bit much, isn't it?
Or blue?
And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, we gotta get our stomping boots on. God bless you.
Oh, this one!
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Hi, Vinny.
Oh, okay.
Carbuncle, defend me!
I
Hi,
sense
Vincent.
you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Oh. Yeah, get blasted.
Alize!
Oh, wait. Alize got blasted. I was hoping that Alize did the blasting. Unfortunate.
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was.
No, I'm calling him Alphanod still. The D is not silent. That's silly.
My brother was always the clever one.
Bless you, Vinny, right?
My
He's a good boy.
talents lay elsewhere.
Hello. Hello. You want up? What class is Alice say?
If you would dare to stand against us, to
Red
destroy
Mage.
all that we hold
Red
dear,
Mage? That makes
you
sense.
shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
It's okay, guys. I'm level 70. I can take them all. Drink more water? Alright, hold on. Oh gosh, cat! No! Cat, no!
You shall fall soon enough.
There goes the cat.
Oh, I'm late.
The Warriors of Darkness kind of suck. Now what happened? Oh, they can cheat and just res themselves for free? What is this bull? What is this bull? That is very cat timing. No more pets, right? So he chose to do what he wanted to do. What is this bull that... No, we just kind of can self-res. It's like, get out of here. Get out of here with this baloney. Well, I took down their white mage. Oh, nope, the white mage is back. Don't like that at all. Well, I'll just have to keep slapping them down to the ground till they lose. Shouldn't I have an ability that breaks me free from this? I'm a warrior. This is kind of one of my things.
I think so. Do you have your action bar set?
I think so.
What? The chains.
Ooh. Lapit na.
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12, Oriange.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was Arianger. Listen, they covered the bottom. They covered the top of it. They covered the top of his head, and then they covered for his other outfit. For this one, they covered the bottom of his face.
My shine. Duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Eh, you never know.
Thou mayest, my lady.
I was gonna say, I like Arianger, so I'm glad he's not evil.
By thy leave.
Even odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop.
We were kind of waffle stomping you, Warrior of Darkness, except for the fact that you could self-res for whatever reason.
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance.
Stomp the mage?
Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell.
Oh, okay.
I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them. Make ready! They come!
I do love the music. I'm hoping that they re-release the first vinyl collection for 14, because it runs for a little bit.
Hello.
Hey, Interceptor and Punch, how are both you?
Yeah.
It took me a second. I'm working on beating some people up.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say much.
That's fair.
I just
Punch.
wanted to say hello.
No, I appreciate it. Punch, I feel really dumb not figuring out that was Yuri Anger. I'm going to be honest.
Urianger.
Yuri J? Yeah, I mean, listen.
Be more French.
I ain't no French, man. How do I give you my either? I'm right-clicking, and nothing's happening. Oh, Blade of Light. I'm stupid. Alright, well, I figured it out eventually.
Yeah, I found this one kind of hard. I think I had to do it again.
I can see that. I was just right-clicking her. It's like, give me your either. It's like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by this? Admittedly, it probably does help that I'm coming into this with such high gear. Admittedly, so that probably does help a bit. Oh, there it is again. I'm just blind again.
I can feel it. Just a little more.
One might say she's really feeling it. I'm not sorry.
So bright.
First star I see tonight. I wish I may. I wish I might.
Tis done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
Oh, friend. Kate, you haven't had dinner yet? What will you have? Oh, you haven't had dinner yet, Kate?
Nope. I will be doing dinner with my family.
That's fair.
I think ribs. Yeah.
Ribs. So it's good that we're only going. That does sound great, honestly. It's good we're only going 19 more minutes, by the way, because I forgot to charge my headphones and I just heard the battery low. I was like, oh, good. Fantastic. I am smart. But admittedly, we've been streaming for a fair amount of the day, so that does make sense why they'd be battery low.
Mm-hmm. A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
Did we beat up the Warriors of Darkness forever? No, we didn't. I know that Shadowbringers is our... I know, Shadowbringers is all about them.
Our friend is too stubborn to die.
Well,
yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
Fair.
We are far from finished.
But it is about them, so...
Or have you never never considered
They're in
how
it.
they came to this world.
Oh,
Sort
it's
of.
not. Oh, never mind then. I listen with
No,
Shadowbringers.
they are. Yeah.
I was just saying with Warriors of Darkness, Shadowbringers. I kind of thought they're going to be a little on the nose. Apparently, I was mistaken.
You mean, like the Ascians?
I mean, it really should have been on the nose, but
Just so. As
Fair.
the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of
I think that's
darkness,
why
so did these warriors come hither
I
with crystals of
understand
light.
pieces not dislike, but
Eloquent as always.
like the questionable
Like the
stuff
Ascians,
in
we too are beyond
Shadowbringers.
death.
Mm.
You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
So I have a question. What if we stole their crystals? Would that make it so they're no longer immortal?
Wait!
Is that a plot point and sub point in the future?
Is it?
Listen,
really? Like,
okay.
Of the flesh.
I don't. The whole thing with the crystals is they're just such a MacGuffin.
Yeah, exactly. It is a unnecessary thing.
They're completely unnecessary. I don't know why.
Yeah.
At long last, you see,
We
Fair.
still latch onto this idea of them being essential in some
we
capacity.
gave our lives.
Well, they need
Fair,
to
yeah.
transport the thing. So
We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired.
It's just such
to
a
be warriors
goofy,
of light.
like,
exactly, yeah.
Word of our deeds
because you
spread.
don't think about it for the
soon
longest
people will
time,
call
and
us
then all of a
heroes.
sudden it's like, oh yeah,
They
these
placed their hopes
exist.
and dreams on
Yeah.
our shoulders,
Why do
helping
these
us
exist?
fight for all that was
Yeah.
good and right.
Let me check how much battery this Bluetooth has. Give me 1 second.
And we fought until there was no one left to fight.
10%. It can last another 16 minutes. That's fine.
And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all
Kevin,
people
why is
should
it
understand.
like your Popoto
cannot-
character is
we
just
will
so
not falter.
nonchalant?
So-
Our world to the brink of destruction.
He doesn't care about these people's life story. He just wants to go ahead and chop off their knees. I'm not gonna lie to you. He wants their shins.
I've died before, Arbit. I'm not afraid to die again.
Although, while I'm thinking about it, it's interesting that all the same races come from all the different worlds. You'd think that on different worlds, there would be different races instead of the same ones.
No matter how many times we fall,
Well,
we must arise and carry on the fight for those we left.
They kind of explain that later.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So I'm just thinking ahead again, fair enough. Much like when I said, hey, maybe you shouldn't toss those dragon's eyes into the pit. That's a bad idea. Good, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought this then, so Square had to address it.
To have known the depth of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis Sois, guide my hand, I pray you. As
Why are you
fate's
picking
thread
fights with marbles?
spins upon this most capricious
Because quest.
Ah.
Quickly!
That's why I
thou
needed your
must
help to
needs
help me
invoke
survive.
The power of thy crystal.
Do you need help, Interceptor?
Only a little bit.
Okay. I can join.
Should be done now.
Oh, never mind.
But I was gonna ask for a dungeon. Well, 2 dungeons.
I would help,
Yeah.
but I'm probably too low level.
No, it's a level 60.
Oh, is it? Alright, let me finish this cutscene, I'll help.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my gun, what is it actually called? Gunbreaker up, and it's at level 60 right now. So
You could call it gun bonker. We'd all know what you mean.
I just heard you call it that so many times. That's what it is.
Gun bunker. It
I like
does
it.
Look like a gun bunker.
What is this place?
I feel like I should watch this cutscene because I don't remember it.
That's
and it's
fair.
relevant now.
That's- Oh, it's relevant right now for you? Fair.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From 2 worlds do we gather, and from 2 worlds do we offer a bounty of light.
2 worlds, 1 family.
We
Sorry.
beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Infilia's dead, bro. Oh, is she not? Is she coming back?
That's what you think.
Oh no, did they pull a Doctor Who and nobody dies?
That's what you think.
No? Alright.
Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save. Whom I can yet save.
I hope you realize that every question you ask, I'm just going to answer with vagaries that really don't
Yeah, I
help.
know, right?
I mean, as is for the best, honestly. I'll be honest, I don't remember Minfilia.
Yeah, you do.
She was kind of big in the beginning.
Okay.
She was only the leader of that group you were a part of.
Yeah.
What group?
Blessed children
The
of
Scions that you're hanging out with right now.
the light of your world hath grown blinding.
The Scions of you solve every problem imaginable
Wait,
while they
this
take all
is
the
her?
credit.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to her because she has such a different haircut.
Hie me to your world,
Well, they changed
and there take
her.
unto myself
They shouldn't change her so drastically because she looks just so different. Listen, for people that are awful with names, Square, you can change their clothes. Don't change their facial features. It confuses us a lot.
You deign to answer our prayers?
Did they change
I will suffer this farce no
Her hair is very different. She didn't have the 2 twin hair prongs that are coming out the front.
That's true. She had her hair up in a.
Yeah.
I don't know, just it was up.
I will suffer no longer.
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiac's will, so too must others carry out the will of Heidelin.
There's a reason why she looks like that.
But for the boon
I mean, I believe it, but for somebody that is awful with remembering names,
to set me free.
yeah, that sucks. At least give her staff, so it's like, yeah, that's
Alright,
her.
so
I know her.
Anybody who liked ARR
Suffering
would recognize Minfilia.
Fair.
Anybody who was like, whatever, is going to be like, yeah, I kind of remember this lady.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically where I'm at. Yeah, she exists. I thought she hadn't died. I'm gonna be honest.
Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Heidelin had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away.
Yes.
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Poor Thancred.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Don't worry, Thancred. Don't worry, Thancred. This isn't Game of Thrones. She'll come back eventually.
Something about the way you're saying his name makes my brain auto-translate the end of it to crab. So now it's just Thancrab.
Thancrab.
Safe the light of the dawn.
Kind of like Thancrab a little better, not gonna lie.
The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers.
You having a little bit of a martini there, Sean? Martini does sound good, actually.
I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
See, if she'd had her staff that she's giving us now, I also would have recognized her. And not broken.
That's not her staff.
Yeah,
It's not her staff?
Your friend's granddad's staff.
Granddad? Sorry.
It's the Leveilleur staff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Perhaps
Yeah.
if there is naught else to be done.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's how they got here, was crystals.
Yeah.
That explains everything.
Just a little drink? I get that. Little drink is nice. Little drinky poo.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn.
Okay, I have to leave at 9
have
just
us
to
place
feed
our
my
trust in
dog.
you, then I would ask
But I'll be back.
That's fair. I can run the dungeon with Interceptor and Punch before I end for the night, then, after this cutscene. My wife wants to watch more One Piece. We're almost to Brook, and my wife wants to meet Brook. I think she's in for a disappointment, because I both love Brook and I hate him at the same time.
Early Brook is great. It's later Brook where it just kind of wears thin.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think I know exactly what you're looking at, where he's, being a Japanese man, going to a Japanese vending machine for a specific thing.
Seize a better fate.
I'm gonna make that a little more clear.
That is a way of putting it, sure.
Okay, no, Punch gets it. Alright, good. Alright.
Sorry, I'm dumb.
Alright, Kate, I'll explain. Japan sells used girls' panties for old, creepy men to buy.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, yeah. And Brooke very much so wants to, partake in that, we'll say. So Brooke is both... Brooke is
I
both
feel
an
like
inner...
half the joke is because he's a skeleton, and...
Yeah. Yeah, Kit, that is one of the downsides to Japan. Yeah. Japan's neat, but Japan also creepy, just like America, admittedly. I'm sure there's creepy things here that we don't even think about, we've kind of accepted. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's something.
I don't think people sell. Oh, well, eBay has everything though.
Yeah.
I mean, true. You could still find these things.
That's true. Was Lamine Mephilla's adopted mother? Meow meow?
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
I honestly don't remember who she is.
Yeah, I don't remember either. She's like, oh, you better have been nice to Minfilla. We don't know where she is. That's all I remember of her. Oh, convenient that the Warriors of Darkness did not teleport with us to the same spot. Okay,
They went home.
They went home. I can do the dungeon now.
They were out of crystal power.
Yeah, that's fair. They didn't have enough to get home. You guys are stuck here now.
Okay, I can do one.
What is it you need done, Interceptor?
So I just have some extreme trials I haven't done that are level 60. That would be good for getting my gun, whatever, up. So whichever one.
So you're talking about running extreme trials
Yes.
at level.
Ideally.
Yeah, that's not a great option for experience gain.
Okay, well, how about the two that are tied to quests then? Because then I get the quest experience.
That's a fair point.
And
I
then
was gonna say,
we don't
House
have
of
to
the
do
Dead?
that level. You guys can just stomp
Fair.
them.
I mean, either way, I'm fine with Palace alternatively.
I don't want to do Palace for 6 hours.
I can't do Palace right now.
Fair.
And then I can do Heaven on High when I get him to 61.
I know, I'm working on getting to Heaven on High. I gotta get through Heaven's Word first. I'm getting closer. I'm assuming the Warriors of Darkness means I'm getting closer.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad to have the stash back.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, give me 30
Right.
seconds.
Would you guys prefer Bismarck or which one is this one?
And I don't think
Ravana.
even I've done Bismarck EX.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
There was just no reason to.
It's tied to a quest.
I don't even remember if I have Bismarck unlocked.
You do. It's a limitless blue.
Guys, I do have it unlocked. Alright, fair enough. Never mind.
You've done it.
I have done it. I had to wait for 20 whole minutes to do it because I forgot unsynced was a thing.
Well, we can do it unsynced.
I mean, if we have half the group already, it might not take a long time.
You need XP, right? So we need to do.
Yes, so we can do it synced.
Trials are not worth the XP, so.
That is true.
Yeah.
So we can just do
I'll
unsynced.
get the XP from the actual quest completion.
The actual
That's
quest
fair.
only rewards $5,000.
But she
I'm
still
doing
wants it done.
anyway, and then it'll get out of my box.
That's a good point.
Happy Easter, Father. Stephen, how are you? Congratulations, by the way.
Congratulations.
Anyway, you guys
We
are
are
ready?
doing this unsynced. You might not want to be
great.
at level.
Unsynced.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, I hit unrestricted party, so we should be okay.
Hold on, guys. We're doing unrestricted. I'm going to do my level 53 Dragoon. This is a good plan. No, I'm not. Holy Week was good to you. Yeah, I was going to say, did you fast for the last
53
couple?
wouldn't let you in. Oh wait, I
What?
guess it would if you're unsynced.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
No,
Did
not
you?
if you're below the threshold for it.
Oh.
Oh, fair. I
Good to know.
still wasn't gonna do it anyways. It was a joke.
You didn't listen to my advice though. You're considered at level, Interceptor,
Yeah.
and even if you are a tank, if
What?
nobody's actively healing you,
Oh, that's right, because I'm not gonna get experience.
I was gonna
for it
ask Father
anyway.
Correct.
Trekkie.
so I don't have to be.
All right, my wife wants me to go. How'd you beat me, bro? I was gonna ask if you just fasted for the last 4 days. Sorry, I was not trying to interrupt you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we're all good. All right, everybody's happy now.
Water fast with electrolytes for 60. Yeah, water fast for 60 hours with electrolytes, dear. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I went for a 45-mile ride on Saturday, Father, so that was not happening.
I went summoner, by the way.
Sweet. We'll have
Yes,
Bahamut just eat Bismarck.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I guess I should say this since this is the last like 10 minutes of the stream, maybe 20. But basically, we are any subs or bits. Basically, what I'm trying to say, next Twitch payout, any of that money that I get for the next Twitch payout goes directly to Courage RC. They happen to help with people that have same-sex attraction. Kate is matching anything from that, so if we get like $100, Kate will also do $100. So dollars are matched. So yeah. And honestly, we mostly hit it today, but any extra bit helps. They were so Father. The chips were actually good. I was super surprised because I was not expecting. So I don't know if you were here for this Interceptor and Punch, but Lay's now has IHOP flavored potato chips for whatever reason, and they're not awful. They're actually enjoyable, and I was not expecting that.
So what does an IHOP taste like?
A little bit of bacon, a little bit of strawberry and syrup.
Ew.
Right? It sounds awful. It sounds awful. I agree with this.
The ew is because I'm allergic to strawberries.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, good call. Good call. I forget that sometimes, Interceptor. Sometimes I don't.
Can we
You
kill
have
it
to
yet?
be on. You have to be on.
Okay.
See, Kate, this time I remembered, so I jumped onto him.
Wow. All right. He immediately threw us off.
He exploded.
Bahamut.
We gotta keep them separated. I remember that. Not that it matters. They'll be dead. Heck, we could probably combine them if we really wanted to.
Let's not.
I said we could, not that we should. There's a difference.
Oh, fair.
We didn't need to
Sorry.
cast the magnetic thingy.
I also smoked a ham today, Father, and that turned out pretty well as well. What
That's
really
a funny mental image. I'm sorry.
Smoking a ham? Yeah. Let me just get this ham in my pipe. Listen, if a hobbit could do it, I'm sure.
Nice.
I'm sure a hobbit would, just for the fact that they could be both eating and smoking at the same time.
Oh no! On top of everything else, we're drowning.
Yeah. Don't walk off the edge.
I'm on the edge. I mean, I was only 53, so that would not be a good plan at the moment, Kate.
I could have been a dragoon.
Fair. I'm getting there. I'm okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm 53, so I'm getting there, but my gear is not good for dragoon at the moment. What would you use to smoke the ham? Let's see. Smoke. Oh, there goes my headphones, guys. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to charge them. I was really thinking they'd last longer. If I die, I die. I muted myself in Discord for like 5 minutes as I charge them, because 5 minutes should go ahead and get me through the rest of the stream, hopefully. What wood did I use to smoke the ham? I don't know if you guys even have audio now, so this is a little awkward. I will work on getting through that. I have to ask my wife. I know some of them were apricot, and that worked out. I like the apricot. I need to ask, because my wife's dad... I was gonna say my wife's husband, and it's like, no, that's me. I'm my wife's husband. I cannot remember what I was thinking, but my wife's dad gave her some wood chips 2 weeks ago when she visited. So I'm trying to remember what she got from him. Give me 1 second. I might need to go ahead and, fortunately, the headphone jack in my keyboard, I don't think I need to, I think I need to plug it back in. Fruitwoods are always nice, I agree with that. So I want to say that my father-in-law did a, cherry, wood. I'll have to ask my wife, I cannot remember at the moment. And since Kate is no longer here for the time being, let me do that. Let me ask my wife, because I have been meaning to message her about this. Where is wife? There's wife. Okay, my headphones have probably charged enough that I can probably get them to at least function for a little bit. Like, that's not going to be a long charge, don't get me wrong. But,
Finish that quest that was hanging over you.
Yeah, it's nice to get that out of the everything.
okay, I got like 5% on my headphones. Are we doing anything else tonight?
Well, Kate went to feed her dog.
Okay.
And so she kind of assumed you would have shut down the stream before she got back.
That is a good guess. I just wasn't sure if you wanted to do one more, so I figured I would ask real quickly.
We can save it for another time.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off then. Thank you for joining us. You guys have a great night.
Yep, you too.
Happy Easter. God bless.
Happy Easter.
Right. Yeah, and with that, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off for the night. Thank you everybody for helping with the charity stream and everything. As I said, any amount of money that is raised via bits or subs will go towards all of Courage RC, and any amount that is raised, Kate will match as well. So as I say, that could go ahead, and I think we're at $50 at the moment. So we have 20 subscribers, which that should be $50. So anything extra is great, so we can go ahead and keep donating towards Courage RC. Yeah. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Night. Let me know when you are giving to Courage again. I will donate. Yeah, I will go ahead and... Oh, are you matching too, Sean? That sounds fair. Yeah, I was going to say, praise Jesus. I was going to say, praise Jesus indeed. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm playing tomorrow. As I was saying a little bit, I was playing... give me 1 second. I can keep charging my headphones right now instead of them just cutting out on me. 1 second. I forgot about that. Can do that. Head back. But yeah, yeah, I guess that's... I don't know what I'm streaming tomorrow. I was thinking Chrono Trigger. We'll see if that's what my son wants to do, or if he wants to do some Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, but we'll go ahead and see. Yeah, we'll end it there. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Hold on. Oh, that's Golbez? I want Golbez. Anyways, I'll worry about that later. Everybody, thank you for being here. Happy Easter. God bless. Christ is risen. Christ is King. And God bless you all. Thank you for being here again. God bless. I'm going to say that a few more times, apparently. Pax et bonum. Bye, guys.